All right, today's worksheet is on the bass clef. Now, bass clef is for those lower instruments, including the trombone, the baritone, the tuba, and the bassoon. So, again, if you're at home, you're going to type in a text box and put your name in it so that we know this is your work. Again, there is no assignments in Google Classroom. You will have to email it to me, and I will post the email with you. After that, you're going to use the drawing shape to finish off. So I will read this along so that you guys can see what we're talking about. The bass clef, pronounced bass, not bass, is used for notes in the lower pitch ranges. The bass or F clef has evolved from the stylized of the letter F. So if you take a look at this, this is the old calligraphy F. And it goes into this bass clef here. Now the reason why it's called F clef is because these two dots and the nose of the bass clef is surrounding the F on the line. So this is a good way of you knowing what note it is, because that's where the F is on the bass clef. In comparison, here's your middle C. When you have treble clef, your G is up here. This note here is down on this part of the keyboard. It is a lower pitch. So again, it's the lower instruments. We do have different sayings for the bass clef. And that's because our bottom line is not E, it starts with G. So we go G, good boys do fine always. Say it with me. Good boys do fine always. Or you can go girls buy designer fashions always. Or you can create your own saying to remember that it's G, B, D, F, A. The space notes, again, going from bottom to top, from low to high, is all cows eat grass. Now, if you find a different saying, let me know, but I just say moo, and it's all cows eat grass. So again, when you're talking about letters on the staff going straight up from the line to a space, line, space, up by step, you're talking about you starting on G because that's your bottom line. And then since it's G, you're going back to A, and it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So again, remember after G comes A. So your first exercise on this is where you are writing out the bass clef. So the first thing you do is you start on that fourth line, and you're going to draw a dot. Then the next step is to do a backward C motion. Then after you create that backward C motion, you're going to dot it, and that creates your bass clef. So here is where you're going to trace your bass clef. So I'm going to start, and here again, you're going to draw your dot. And then you're going to go backwards, and then you're going to have your two dots. Okay, made it a little bit smaller. Again, the dot on the F line, a backwards C, and then two dots. Between, that's on the other side of the F. So again, the dot, a backwards C, two dots. Nose, backward C, two dots. Nose, backward C, and two dots. Now if you need a little bit more time with that, go ahead and pause. And then we'll start with number 2. Number 2, you're going to write the letter names of the following notes. So this is where you're going to use those memes up here. Good boys do fine always, and all cows eat grass, to identify these notes. The first thing you want to do is think about, is it a line or a space note? And then you go through your saying. So right here, this is a line note. So we go good boys do fine always, and it's on the B line, so we write the B. The next note, we're going to do 3 more together, is on a line note, and so we go good boys do fine always, and again, it's on the G. Now, just like treble clef, there are a couple notes that are on the bottom and the top, so you got to remember that. So, the last one that second one that we're going to do is on a line or space. Since there is no line through it, it's a space note. We go through all cows eat grass. So here's all cows eat grass. So since it's on that eat, it would be classified as the E note. And the last one that we're going to do together is the last one on the 5th line. So again, we're going to go through all that sayings, and that starts with good. So good boys do fine always. So that would be an A. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video to complete the next 6 notes. Number 3, and the last one of number 3, is listing out those note names. So you're going to write out the notes on the staff indicated by the letters. If notes can be written in 2 places like the first one, you're going to write one above the other. So we're going to start off with B. And I'm going to take you through this. A lot of people had questions about this. So B we can find on this. So they're on the lines. I don't see a B in all cows eat grass. So I'm going to go with the line. So I go good boys. And there's boys. I'm going to stop. And I'm going to draw my note in. The C, which is the next one, would be all cows eat grass. So it's in the spaces. So I go all cows. And I just stop right there. And I draw my note name. Okay, so that's all cows. And again, you want to double check your work. The next one is an E. So I'm going to go good boys do fine always. It's not there. I go all cows eat. So there's my E. The next one is F. So I'm going to go through my sayings. Good boys do fine. And there's my F. And you just stop where you have the letter name. So this is A. So we have all cows eat grass. So it's on the bottom space. But I also have good boys do fine always. So that's one of those ones that's on both top and bottom. I fix that so it looks better. So again, it's on that top line. Then the next one is do, and it's good boys do. And the last one is G, and if you really want to look, it's the first one. So we have a G here, and we have a G here. And that's how you do your note names. So again, if you have any questions, email me or drop me a note and I will help you as much as I can.